Hello everyone and welcome back to Kinlaig with Artemus. It is still the same day as we need to get our silage compacted and leveled. And then it is on to some more field work. We plan on getting our 2 remaining fields drilled, and then we need to apply fertilizer to all our fields, as our onion field here does not have a fertilizing stage. And we'll see in the morning how it's getting along. So we're gonna hop in our Unimog here and get the silage bank taken care of. Now we have our silage bank compacted. Now we just need to get it covered. And it will be fermenting through the night. We should have some nice silage for our cattle very soon. So let's go ahead and get it covered up. And there we have it. It has been covered up and is fermenting. So we can go ahead and sleep through the night, knowing that we have some nice silage going. And we can come back in the morning and go ahead with some field work. So as it's been getting fairly cold out in the caravan, we have gotten permission to go ahead and sleep in the attic. So we'll go ahead and make our way there. Nice little space. Plenty of room for us, that's for sure. Got a little pumpkin friend in the corner. Oh my. That was a very unsettling night, but we are all rested up. So now it's time to get to work. And for that we have got a new equipment delivery on the farm. So as we noticed, the cultivating was taking quite a while. So we did put in an order for a new cultivator, as well as a new tractor and drill. So we'll be doubling up on the cultivating and drilling today. Have this fantastic JCB Fast Track 8330. So that is quite the beast. And it should have some good flotation because these tires are massive. We have a second cultivator just like our other one. And same with the drill. So we'll be getting to work this morning, starting with the cultivating. And we have field 23 to cultivate. It's the field we harvested in the first episode that does not have onions in. Speaking of, we'll take a look at our onions here. And yes, our field is covered in weeds. So we will have to get a sprayer and get that sprayed off. But we can see the onions are starting to come up. We are gonna have to fertilize it later on, as well as the fields that we are gonna be planting. So let's hop in a tractor first of all here, and we'll get a cultivator and a weight so we can go ahead and get to work. There we go, we are fully set up, so we can go ahead and get to the cultivating. And I will see you when that's all done. There we go, that's our only field cultivated. Only field that needs cultivating, that is. So next up we are gonna be grabbing our drills, which double as planters. Since we have two, we are gonna be each grabbing one, and then we're gonna go ahead and get our tractors ready. Refilling the seed. I think that's all our drills take, so no fertilizer in there. Now we are gonna be swapping tractors for the job. Then in the field we just cultivated, we are gonna go ahead and drill some canola. And then in field 22 we are gonna be doing some maize, which will be harvested as chaff. in our other bunk, ready for our Highland cattle. There you go, Artemus. She's all yours. We can get her go in the JCB. What a magnificent beast. Oh yeah, that sounds very nice. We can go ahead and fill up at our seed station here, and we can head on over to the field. Now we are gonna get both fields done here, so I will see you when that's done. have it. That's our fields drilled and planted. Guess you can call it both drilled. So we can get our drills put away, taken back to the yard, and then we are off fertilizing. Now we are gonna have to fertilize these 2 fields as well as our onions. And then next time we will be looking at getting rid of weeds, as these 2 fields we just drilled are gonna be growing weeds as well. So no point in getting the onion special treatment this time around, but we are gonna have to fertilize all the fields. So we will be both hopping in the Unimog and attempting to do about half and half, while the other one rides along, as we have been doing. We are going to be getting the first int, so get this put away, and then we'll fill up our spreader with fertilizer. Now that is quite the size difference between the 2, but they both look absolutely fantastic. So let's jump in the mog and get it set up for fertilizing. There we go, we have exchanged our lime for fertilizer. So we can go ahead and start with the onions, and then it's on to the other 2 fields. Like I said before, we are going to be swapping halfway through. So we're gonna get those 3 fields fertilized, and I will see you then. And that's our fields fertilized, and it's starting to get late in the day. Sun is starting to set. Very short days these days. But one thing we've been looking forward to since we arrived is the fish farming. So we are going to be taking a bit of a closer look at that. See how that all works. So I think the first step for us is to go grab some fish food. So that'll be our next stop. Bit of a detour to get some fuel. Got some fish food loaded up. So on to our next stop. Here we are. Now, as far as we understand it, this is the place. So we can go ahead and take a bit of a look. So in here, the young fish are raised in these big pools here. So that is why we are bringing the food. We'll start very small, and when they're ready, we can transfer them over to something a bit bigger, where they finish growing until they are ready to be sold. So let's go ahead and load up our fish food and see what happens. Alright, time to get this unloaded. There's the fish food unloaded, so we can head back inside and take a look. Here you can see the fish swimming around. Have these little feeders here. So they are growing nice and strong. We have some salmon and trout. They are starting their life here, and then they can get moved later on. But that is something for later. It's time to wrap up here. It's been a good productive day. We have our crops underway. We have the grass field ready to harvest next time as well. And our silage will be ready by then. Then we have some fish action to look forward to. But if you enjoyed today's episode, drop a like down below. Leave a comment if you need tips, tricks, or suggestions. Make sure to check out Artemus' channel down in the description. And you will also find a link to the Highlands fishing expansion with my partner code. While you're down there, make sure you are subscribed so you don't miss the next episode.